legally, the questions of intention are very difficult to prove, but it is it does form the distinction between manslaughter and murder. And in this particular case, in the Parliamentary Privileges Committee, the new idea is about whether or not Boris misled the House of Commons rather than intentionally misled the House of Commons. It is quite alarming, and it seems to have caused a certain amount of panic. I use the term very carefully because it's Lord Panic who's been looking into this, and he thinks that it would be erroneous to castigate the current Prime Minister for unintentionally misleading the House, even if he didn't quickly enough use the instruments available to correct the information that he'd given to the House. My own reading of Boris is he simply wasn't interested in these questions. And so other people might be terribly interested. I really don't think he is. And I think that's something that hasn't really been looked into, because there is an assumption that everybody must be interested. Everybody must be absolutely riveted by this story. Well, maybe Boris isn't. However, Boris is certainly got Boris's attention now, because he's now trying to stack the committee, and he's trying to put Harry Mount. I remember Harry Mount very well from Oxford, and I think he edited a magazine that I illustrated. But he seemed a very affable young man at the time. I have no idea what he's like now. I didn't realise he was in the Bullingdon Club, but there we are. Boys will be boys. And Angela Rayner is quite right. She says the Prime Minister is using his last days in office for a desperate final bid to hand out more jobs to the boys. Well, you will remember Lloyd George used his final days in office to sell peerages. I think probably there's a slight improvement here. Not much, but there is a bit of an improvement. Boris is just trying to save his own job or his own skin. He's trying to stay in Parliament. I really don't think he should. He should see the writing on the wall. But he should have seen this a year ago and didn't. So I don't suppose his eyesight has improved in the last few months.